Well, Britain's first black train driver, Wilston Samuel Jackson, has been honoured with a blue plaque at London's King's Cross station. He came to the UK from Jamaica in 1952 and dedicated his life to the railways.
It's hard to believe it's just 60 years since seeing this was unimaginable, a black man at the controls of a train. That finally changed thanks to Wilston Samuel Jackson, whose drive and determination saw him become Britain's first black train driver in 1962.
Without further ado,
His place in history has now been commemorated with a blue plaque in London's King's Cross station that was unveiled by members of his family.
It brought tears to my eyes. It's still making me quite tearful because my dad has passed away in 2018, but he would have been so honoured to know that people remembered him and that he'd done and recognised that he'd done something special.
Wilston was part of the Windrush generation, arriving in Britain from Jamaica in 1952. Often working out of King's Cross, he started on trains as a cleaner before becoming a fireman. Black men going any further was unheard of and uninvited, with several aspiring drivers having their applications blocked.
It was constantly that was said that, oh, you'll never be a driver. They're not going to let a black man into a driver. You know, I mean, I suppose they said it a lot worse than the way I'm saying it. You know,
that didn't deter him.
No, of course not. Yeah, of course. And he was a hard-working man. He was a good man and a kind man.
After passing his exams, Wilston went on to drive iconic trains, including the Flying Scotsman, even though at first white colleagues refused to work with him.
In the 60 years since Wilston began driving trains out of this station, the railway has clearly become a much more tolerant place. But the industry freely admits it's not as diverse as it could and should be. According to the Drivers' Union, just 10% are from black, Asian and minority ethnic backgrounds.
Well, look, the railway's been too slow to change. That's a fact. And I think that's often true of society as well. We don't put ourselves in other people's shoes. We don't realise what it was like to be a black person who wanted to do something, was determined to do something, but had to break down real barriers. And the more we can put ourselves in other people's shoes, I believe we will become a much more welcoming railway, a much more welcoming society, and an enrichment for that.
The industry hopes this plaque will help bring about more change, offering inspiration to passing passengers as it does to Wilston's descendants. Alia is only 1.5, but already she knows all about her trailblazing great-great-grandfather. Ivor Bennett, Sky News.